Welcome, beautiful souls, to the weekly energy forecast. This is going to be from the 22nd through to the 28th of January. And this coming week, we have the full moon in Leo as well. The 25th, 26th, kind of depending on where you are. It's around there anyway. I can't quite remember. I should have written that down. Anyway, so I'm Felicity, by the way. If you're new here, if you're new to my YouTube, please subscribe if you want to see more of these videos. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this. Feel free to comment. And if you want to learn about my mystery school, just check the description box below and the women's membership that I have on there as well. So many great things in there. So if you're looking for a like-minded community, a very safe community, and a sisterhood, just wanting to learn more about spirituality, but most important, really more about yourself and the self-exploring of yourself, then feel free to check that out. I also have the Aquarius season workshop available, and that is for the price of $11.11. And in this workshop, we have a reading, so a tarot reading with lots of channeled messages of guidance. We have a downloadable for yours to keep forever meditation, and we also have a workbook in there full of so many great stuff, including activities that you can do, rituals that you can do as well, and just some information in there for the energy of Aquarius season. So happy birthday to all the Aquariuses out there, by the way, as I say that. But anyway, let's get stuck into these messages for this week ahead. So we have this, and like I've done some pre-channeling prior to beginning, and we have this energy at the moment of, it can feel like you're in a waiting period. Okay. Some of you might be feeling stuck or stagnant, and others just like, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for information. I'm kind of processing and like my own emotions. I'm trying to process a decision, make a choice on something. And the message here is like, let life surprise you. Like, let the surprises of life show up, meaning that sometimes we feel like we have control over what is to come, or sometimes we want to control, right? We want to create a specific outcome, or we're going to be doing this particular thing or doing this particular work, like whatever it is. And then the universe will come in and surprise you and go, actually, no, this is actually how it's going to be. And I always find it is so much better than what I could have imagined. But just let life surprise you, okay? I'm also hearing early dating stages. So then that could be another surprise, right? It's like you're in the early dating stages. So just enjoy that. Let yourself enjoy the surprises that come with learning about somebody. By all means, if there's red flags, you know what to do. Okay, major red flags. But you could be going on a date. You just could be exploring a new connection as well. Some of you, you're going to be feeling a lot of creativity when it comes to work. Maybe there's a lot of ideas flooding in and you're unsure which to decide. And that could be putting you into a feeling of overwhelm and then therefore procrastination. So you could just be, when we go into procrastination, it's like our nervous system kind of goes into freeze mode. And we can do like mindless scrolling versus doing things we know we should be doing. We could just be kind of disassociating, kind of numbing as well. And this is what can happen. So it's really important to soothe the nervous system, okay, work with that and become regulated, lots of grounding, doing whatever just works for you. And just allow the space to take place for the decision, the choice to drop in. In other words, listening to your own inner wisdom, your own inner guide, okay? And learn to get comfortable with sitting still as well, whenever necessary. Learn to get comfortable. Maybe you're go, 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 and spirit's like, calm down. Or your own spirit's like, calm down, slow down, okay? Some of you, again, this might just feeling really, really, really creative, okay? And you're wanting to express that in some form of way. So let's see what comes out here. Now, for those who are in my membership, there will be, for the full moon, I will have a workshop up for that for you to do anytime. And then we have the women's circle next week. So I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, all right, so let's see what comes out here for this week ahead, the 22nd through to the 28th. Ooh, okay. So just fulfillment, okay? I'm hearing fulfill your obligations, okay? So make sure you're fulfilling your obligations. Again, this could be feeling a bit overwhelmed with this and then going into that procrastination, that freeze mode with the nervous system. But I'm also getting here, this is like your fruits are so close to be picking. Like the seeds that you planted and you've been nourishing are growing and they're going to produce the most juiciest fruit. You're going to take a bite into it and it's just going to be glorious. Okay. It's just like, oh my God, this is amazing. That's what this feels like. This is the bottom of the deck. So this is underlying energy. But here with what we have that's come out, I find this really interesting on the order it came out and the cards that came out. So we have going forward, we have transformation, and then we have trust. Going forward, transformation, and trust. So just take a look at these cards for a moment. See if there's anything of that you're intuitively picking up yourself with your intuition. Okay, so tuning into the body, seeing what comes up for you, maybe what you're hearing, what you're thinking, what you're feeling. Okay, as well. But we have going forward. So if you're waiting for this path to appear or to be able to see the end, like of the tunnel, like the light at the end of the tunnel, it's coming. Okay, it's coming. Some of you, there just needs to be like, you just got to make a choice and it's time. Okay. For others, this is also the path that you've been going down. It's not to say it's the wrong path or it's been the wrong path, but there's about to be a course correct. Okay. And this could be a course correct that you decide, and it could be a course correct that just happens through the magic and the wonders of the universe. This beautiful course correct. That's like course direct, but course correct. Okay, this change. Okay, this change. This, and it could feel like a surprise. Okay, it's going to be very transformative. This is also you coming into the butterfly. You coming into full bloom. Full bloom. But trust this process. If this course correction happens for you, trust it. Tune into the body, use your discernment, take a pause if you need to process, to make the decision, but just don't stay stuck there. Okay. Don't go into like analysis paralysis, overthinking, or just feeling like I just can't make a decision. Okay. But it's like, will you or won't you? Spirit's like, will you or won't you? Will you or won't you? Just be like, you know what? I am going to take this path. This does feel right to me. This doesn't even have to be like a huge, big, life-changing thing. For some, yeah, absolutely. But for others, this can just be like you're taking a different direction in your relationship. You're taking, which could be, going into that deeper commitment, okay, in whatever way that means. It could just be taking a different direction in your business. Okay, in your business, this could be trying something new for your health. This could be even like your own personal growth. Okay, maybe you've been going down one path. Now you're like, I'm ready to kind of go here now. Like this is what we get to do with life. We get to be surprised by the twists and the turns and all of that. And just what I'm feeling with this surprise though, is that even if it hits you like, whoa, I was not expecting that. And this isn't really what I wanted, what I desired. Just sit in the stillness of it. Talk to someone if you need to, right? But just sit in the stillness of it and allow yourself to drop into deep, deep, deep trust. Not even just to spirit and the universe, but also to yourself. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Okay. And the water there is just like giving me like, let's just flow. So there could be something around this full moon that kind of brings in like a big shift, a big change, or something that just kind of comes out of the blue. But this could also just be like the energy that's moving towards this, okay? We have a leap where I've split the deck, okay? So it says, you go first, the universe will catch you. Okay, so it's like, don't worry, like we got this. You're also shedding this old version of yourself, and you're ready to jump into that next level, that next evolution of your human experience and of the soul. And then we have Age of Light, like you've been training for this for lifetimes. So trust that you got this. And you've been training for this for lifetimes. It's like, come on now, like this isn't your first time around. Most likely it's not, okay? It's not your first time around on Earth School. All right. See here, please, for next week. Ooh, okay. Take a moment, taking a pause. Oh, let's just take a moment to have a look at this card. Okay. The crumbling. What are you clinging onto? If you're clinging onto something that you know you need to let go of, if you're clinging onto control, if you're clinging onto trying to force something to happen, if you're clinging to something that is just so unhealthy, maybe it's even your past version of yourself that you're still clinging onto, like to elements of that need to be shed, the universe is asking you to take a look at that and to let go before you're made to let go. Because sometimes the surprise that comes in is a bit of a tower moment, which then can bring us onto a different path, or like what feels like a new path. Okay, really, it's just like a course correction from the universe, but what can feel like a new path. And then we have to just go into deep trust. But then the transformation happens. Then the beautiful, like new experiences come in, and we meet what we really wanted and desired through this course correction. But it also doesn't have to be super like that. Okay. Sometimes things are just preordained, but other times it's like the universe is like, it's not even just the universe, it's your soul. It's your soul, your higher self, your soul. It's like, guys, like, love you, but let this go. And it's like a little whisper. And then it comes again, let it go. Let it go. Sometimes we listen to it, but we go into feeling really overwhelmed and scared by that, making that kind of decision. So we just procrastinate on it. We push it to the side, or we push it down. We suppress it. And then we continue moving forward. And then it happens again. It happens again. Eventually the universe is like, bam, tower moment. You're on your ass. You're like, what just happened? But if you're honest with yourself, you're like, I've been feeling this. Like I've been feeling this. So what are you clinging on to? Okay, what are you clinging on to? Recognize that, journal about that, and see what comes through for you, and then see what tangible steps you can take to let go. Sometimes it's something emotional, sometimes it's something physical, okay? Sometimes it's something external, sometimes it's a part of ourselves. All right, I think that's kind of it. I'm going to grab one tarot card, and then I'm going to close this out. So let's see what comes through here. Okay, we have Five of Swords. This can be mental conflict. This can be emotional conflict. So I've got a timer here, so be mindful. It can be conflict with others. So maybe you just gotta just let go of toxic situations, toxic people. Maybe even just recognizing if you've got, like, sometimes we've got to be honest with ourselves that we've kind of been the toxic person, or we've shown up in a toxic way, or we've contributed to a toxic dynamic. Not always, but sometimes. Okay. And just through the self-awareness and the honesty with that, and not shaming ourselves, we can have that growth. Okay. And we can shift out of that. But what I'm feeling here, though, this is more almost like a feeling of frustration. Like you're frustrated. Okay, so maybe it's like I've been feeling really good, feeling like things are happening, feeling like I'm moving forward. And then now all of a sudden I'm just going, what happened? Like, I thought that come January, I was going to have all these huge shifts. I thought a new year would mean that things were going to change. Spirit's like, yeah, they're going to change. Don't worry about it. They're going to change. Okay. They're going to shift. Just be a bit more patient. Okay. There's a patient energy coming through here. So there could be a level of frustration, and that could be causing mental conflict. It could be even just you needing to make a decision could be causing that mental conflict. But what we have here with this is the Eight of Pentacles. And this says, sorry, but fairies aren't going to come do all the work for you. So the universe is like, girl, guys, you gotta meet us halfway. You gotta meet us halfway. We've got to meet in the middle. We're gonna do our part. You gotta do your part. And sometimes our part is just to allow the stillness to take place, just to allow space to take place. And other times it's like our part is making that decision, taking that first step, taking that leap. For others of you too, it's like maybe you're continuing to okay, there's like feeling frustrated around a project or around work. Maybe things have felt stagnant for you. Maybe you felt like you were on like a good run, and all of a sudden there's been a dip. It's like spirits just keep working at it. Don't stop. Keep going. Course correct if you need to, or shift things up a bit, or just take a bit of a semi break, if just as that could be just for a couple of hours, and just allow the mind to clear. This is what it feels like. Allow the mind to clear as much as you can. And the universe is saying like too, it's like you can't be right all the time. The spirit's like, you can't be right all the time. All right. So let go of this idea that you like cling to this idea that you know exactly where you're going and how you're going to make it happen. Now, for example, I know the direction of my life in the sense of where I'm feeling called to with my soul and with where I want to go. But how that happens or what transpires through that journey, I don't really have control over. I only have control right now in this present moment as I sit here talking to you, right? This here in this moment is all I have control over. Okay. And myself. Okay. We don't have control over other people. It's just us, right? So let go of the idea of how it needs to happen. You can fantasize about it, dream about it, vision it. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as we don't go into detachment. But there's nothing wrong with daydreaming about what you're wanting to create and with where you're wanting to go. Nothing wrong with that. Visualization can be a powerful tool, but it also requires action, and it also requires a level of surrender and a level of letting go of outcomes and just releasing the grip. Okay, releasing the grip. If you're feeling defeated, just take a bit of a break if you can. If you can. All right, I'm going to grab one of these to close this out. And guys, if you know you're someone that needs to take action and you know the action that you need to take, even if it's just the first small step and that's all you know right now, get moving on it. Otherwise, you're going to experience this. Just take that first small step. Doesn't have to be a huge leap, right? It can just be that first small step. All right. One card, please, to close this out. One more with this. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Your prayers will be answered. Trust this. Okay. Trust this. But we have you are what you think, along with better than you can imagine. And so right away, this is just like more so what I'm getting here is Don't limit yourself into what you think things need to look like. Okay. Don't limit yourself when it comes to your thinking. It's really easy for us to do as humans. Super easy, right? So freaking easy. But don't limit yourself on that. You're in the process of birthing something. You're in the process of big transformation with the dragonfly here. You're in the process of birthing something. And look at this beautiful connection between here in the depths of the earth, all the way up to the connection to the divine. And it's going to be better than you can imagine. So trust this course correction. If you find yourself with this, trust it. If it comes in the form of, it just appears in front of you and spirit's like, this is it. There's no going back here now. And trust it if you're making this decision, like purely yourself, okay? Not the universe stepping in. It's like you're purely making it yourself. You, like, trust yourself above all else. And of course, trust that things are working out. Anytime that I find I'm in a position of like, oh my God, I don't know what's next, or I don't know how this is going to work out or what's going to happen here, I look back on past experiences I've had where I've been in a similar situation, as a similar feeling. And then I look on how things transpired from there. Pure magic, pure magic. So I just surrender into as much trust, as I possibly humanly can. Okay. Because we're human at the end of the day. Okay. Let's see if there's any other messages here. Speak up. Speak up. Okay. If you're experiencing neck pain, shoulder pain, like it was kind of like connected from here or even throughout the jaw, by all means, go and get that physical alignment sorted out, okay? Whether it's massage, physio, acupuncture, whatever it is for you. If you can't afford that, or if that's like a bit of a struggle to be able to afford that, try like a trigger ball. That can be really helpful. But if you're experiencing that, there is something that needs to be expressed. There's something that needs to be expressed. It could be expressing your truth, speaking your truth. It could be self-expression. It could be speaking up for yourself, standing your ground. It could be having a conversation with somebody else. It could be a part of you that needs to be expressed, that maybe you've suppressed a bit, okay? So there's just something around that, okay? Something around that. But that is it, beautiful souls. So I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Please comment below if you enjoyed it. I send you all so much love, and I will see you next week.